Good morning, everybody. Here I am as promised, following yesterday's tool trial, which went ahead once John had finished doing these slight modifications to the surface texture on the tool. Those are now done and we moulded those successfully. That's now looking good. We have identified one slight issue which we're still not quite happy with, and I'll show that to you in a second. We were there quite late last night trying to nail it down, but we didn't quite manage it, and I decided that the best thing would be to actually, take a pause, and first thing Monday morning we know some very, very highly experienced experts in the moulding field who have expertise with this type of material. So we're going to try and get hold of them Monday morning and see if they can help guide us as to exactly what we need to do to get this absolutely perfect for you. I do think it's worth getting it perfect because the mouldings are looking so good that anything less than 100%, isn't good enough. Performance wise, it's spectacular. It's working beautifully, so I think you're going to be very happy with them. It's just getting this last little detail finished off, which I think is going to impact by a day or two when we start running them in numbers. However, once we do start running them, we will move very quickly because everything else is ready. We're all ready to go. So come and have a look at where we've got to. Okay, so let's start with the tiddly bits. The first thing is the little rubber feet, which is a major success story. Now there is a little rubber foot, and as you can see, we've managed to get that in a rubber, which is now virtually water clear. Absolutely beautiful, looks really nice on the mouldings. Theirs shows on a grey one, for example. Looks really nice. I'm not sure whether we should do that, mould the rubber feet in clear or mould them in the same colour as the body. Obviously, as always, be interested to know what you think. We had a slight KB because my thinking was that I was going to mould the feet in nice colours, nice glass clear reds and greens and blues, so that they almost look like wine gums, which I thought would be a nice little detail on the product. However, when we tried the master batch, the colorant through that material on the tool, as you'll see, it made them go slightly milky, and they lost their clarity. So we're back to the drawing board with that one. I think in the meantime, I shall either go for clear or for moulding in the parent color of the main frame. So moving on to the main body, again, the big hero, the big success is the clear one. So there's the clear one with clear feet on, and I think you can see that's looking absolutely spotty dog. Very pleased with that. Very, very thin. It works beautifully. You can feel the 3 click stops. 1, 2, 3. It stands beautifully, works beautifully, very, very comfortable to hold, very, very strong. That's all working very well. The thing as you see, that texture is now consistent right the way across. Where things go slightly wrong is that we've still got this slight issue. I can show you here on a purple one. We've still got, you see that sinking look that's going on here. We haven't quite managed to get rid of that yet, but if you look at the moulding without that, the product is so beautiful. It's going to be really, really nice. So I think it's worth just bashing on to resolve that problem so that we get that consistent right the way across. Yeah. This colour is one that we happen to have there. This is one of my Plinth colours. We are the colour thing, I think, is not worth pursuing too far until we get this moulding thing right. But if you see in the old ones, the blue, it's a lovely colour, and it will look really nice. But it's very difficult for you guys to make a final judgment, I think, until you see it exactly how it should be. So there we go. I'm obviously slightly disappointed because I hoped that we were going to be running quantity on starting Monday morning. but that's now not going to happen. It might be Tuesday or maybe even Wednesday. So we have lost a day or two. I want you to be assured that once we do start, we're going to move very quickly. Labels will be printed out. We'll get the surveys out to you. And as soon as you respond to that survey, I shall literally be printing them off as they come in and getting them off to you. So please be assured that, you know, from here on in, things will move very, very quickly, but I do think it's worth getting this last aspect correct, okay? So I'm going to talk to you fairly frequently from here on in until you know that everything's up and running and on its way. So there'll be another update in a day or two. Okay, thanks. Bye.